Today I want to talk about good lessons and bad lessons. We've all had good lessons, right, where everything works, our material was good, we felt like the students were learning, we didn't have any problems, or sometimes even better, we did have problems which actually enhanced the learning experience. And our students had fun. They're great lessons to have. But we've also all had bad lessons where things go wrong for whatever reason. I mean, sometimes it's just the students are in a bad mood. But how do we try and make sure that our ratio of good to bad lessons is better? IELTS LMS can help us do that. The idea behind having a good lesson is we need to know our material and we need to know that it flows well, it's well structured. But we also need to know and understand our students well and what they actually need, not just what we're trying to tell them. So whilst IELTS LMS is no guarantee that every lesson is going to be perfect, I wish I could do that, it does have the opportunity for you to look at structured lessons and to look at how you're going to manage your class time or your face-to-face, whether it's in a class or online. So what I want to do in this video is have a look at one of the courses on IELTS LMS, one of the premium courses, with the help of Olivia. Mastering IELTS, a theme-based approach. Now, this is exactly what it says. As you know, IELTS is theme-based. There are lots of common themes in IELTS, and this course basically uses themes to increase the understanding and knowledge and confidence for the students. So let's just dive in and have a look at it. You'll see on the structure here in the menu side, it's built around common modules in IELTS. Environment module, technology module, medicine module, architecture, and so on. There's about 12 here at the moment, but that will increase over time. And you can see that the structure of these classes is very well thought through. So let's have a look at example for the environment module. There is an introduction, and then we look at the plastic problem. So this topic is about the plastic. And we've got a number of reading and listening exercises here which develop the student's idea of the problem of plastic. Now, these are pros and cons often, or looking at different sides of the argument. So an explanation. Is it really that bad? Are there alternatives? And can we actually cure our plastic problem? So the idea of this is that these readings and listenings, all taken from original, authentic material, will build your students' understanding of the topic. That then leads into writing tasks, responsibility of plastic manufacturers in this case, and environmentally responsible diets, and speaking parts, so to speak about the topic. Now obviously to write about something and to speak about something, you need to have a fairly good understanding of what that topic is. So that's the way that this course is structured. Building knowledge, building understanding through authentic reading and listening material, and then taking that even further with integrated questions on writing and speaking. So, how does it actually work? The modules here say they start off with a basic introduction for each of the modules. And there's a quiz which just really introduces you to some of the vocabulary that you're going to come across within each of the quizzes. So, this is a listening quiz, and we can play the listening.
Addiction to plastic is catastrophic. Remnants of our products have spread to every corner of the planet. The properties that make plastic
I'm not going to wait for all of this to go through. This is just to give you an idea.
Also make it damaging. Plastic can't degrade, so the more we make, the more ends up in our environment.
So you'll see you've got a listening there. There's some specific IELTS style questions. And then the scores are calculated for the students. and this is presented to them, their feedback. So in this part, and this is for the readings as well, the students can go through and see if their answers were correct and also see where in the text the answers are. So in the case of a listening, there's a transcript and it says where you will find the answer. How long do products made from cassava starch take to biodegrade? Here is the answer to that. So the students can go through building their knowledge and building their understanding through these comprehension style questions. These aren't exactly like IELTS style questions. IELTS reading and listening basically test for vocabulary. But the reading and listenings here have been designed not just for that, but to also build understanding with the topic, to give them some confidence that they know they're going to be able to talk about it or write about it at a later date. So that's what the student sees, for example, a listening quiz. What does the teacher see? Now, Olivia is linked with me. I'm her teacher, so I get to see what she's done. So I can look at her progress. And I can see down here what she's taken from which module, a band score or a percentage, which will be the case in these particular tests. And I can go in and I can see exactly what her results are. So I can work out where her problems are. What's going on? Is there a problem with understanding of the material? Is there a problem with vocabulary? Was it a question misunderstanding? Or a style of question? Sometimes you find that students can't do one type of question very well. We can drill down into what she's done for listening, for reading, for writing, for speaking. And again, you can see this information as teachers, so you know exactly what's going on with your students, where they need help, where you can concentrate class time. So how does writing and speaking work? Obviously, you can't get automated feedback for writing and speaking. So let's have a look at one of these. So, food production is a huge environmental problem. Should people change their diets to help with climate change? Why or why not? You should write 250 words. Type an essay in here. The time starts when they start typing. I'm not going to do that right now, so let's just copy and paste something into here and submit that. Are you sure? Yes, I'm ready, I hope. Now, what Olivia will see, what the student will see, is her question, a copy of her question, and the answer that she's given. Now over here you'll see get evaluation from an IELTS expert. Basically this is the teacher who Olivia is connected with, her teacher who has invited her to the course. So I can do that now. I can go ahead and buy, pay now. This is through the wallet system. So there's no financial transactions here. It comes through charged wallets, topped up wallets. Okay, and what the teacher will see is an email saying there's been a transaction, so they know something's happened. So as a teacher, I can go into my student progress now and have a look in here. Okay, so I can see down here that environmentally responsible diets, it's been paid. There's a version here which hasn't been paid, but this one's been paid. So I can go and have a look at this. And I can see what she's written. And down here I've got a review button. So here I can review her writing. I can enter some details, and I can also add some descriptors from the public IELTS descriptor rubrics. So I can give her a result, which I think she has based on the rubrics. I can give her some actual feedback, and then I submit my review, and that's it. I've been notified that one of my students has requested some grading. I've gone in, I've graded it. I've used the IELTS style rubrics. I've given her individual feedback. I know how she's doing, and I'm up to date with everything. So that process is seamless. It's easy to manage, even if you've got a lot of students. And it provides the right level of feedback for the students. And it also allows you as a teacher to know exactly what's going on. Olivia will see up here what her current wallet is and what's happened, what she's paid for it. And you as a teacher will also see what's gone on in terms of payments and so on. That process allows you to not only grade your students' work, but keep up to date with it, keep the administration, and keep the financial side of it very simple and easy. As well as writing tasks, there are speaking tasks. Now this is also done online through the system. I'm not going to do all of this here because it takes too much time, but hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So we get to test our systems working, and then we can start the speaking test. Part 1. There is a time to think down here. Are there any rivers, lakes or seas near your hometown? So I can answer that question, then go on to the next question. Are the waterways clean and pollution free? This just records what I'm saying. Would you swim in these waterways? So part 1, done. And review my answers. Are there any rivers, lakes or seas near your hometown? So obviously my answers are very good. Part 2. Here you'll see your speaking time is, so your thinking time is 1 minute, just as in the real exam, but you can also click through this to make sure if you're running out of time. I'll just click through these now and finish this part. I can review all of my recording if I want. I can start again, or I can just go and finish the quiz. Again, I am presented with what I have done, the questions and my responses. And here I can go and ask my teacher to grade it. So, very similar process. You'll see down here that you can set your fees for writing and for speaking. So, this is up to you, what you set this as. Now, that's really it. The Mastering IELTS course goes through some common modules. As I said at the beginning, they will be added to. They all work through this idea of receptive skills, listening and reading, and then productive skills, writing and speaking. At the end of each module is also a test your reading and listening. These are more like IELTS style exams with 40 reading questions and 40 listening questions. And they are somewhat targeted towards the module, but not completely. So for the technology module, for example, there will be some technology questions in the reading and the listening on this side. Okay, so hopefully that shows to you how the IELTS LMS platform can work. It can help you structure your classes. It can help you think about receptive skills and also about productive skills. Now, when it comes to enjoyable classes, how we all started this conversation was about what makes a class a good class. And being active in class is important. So things like brainstorming, outlining of essay questions, discussion of problems, discussing areas of grammar or vocabulary that need work, they can be left for classroom or face-to-face time, online or in the class. And you can leave a lot of this other stuff to outside the classroom, which will really maximize your use of class time and make it much more effective for your students. So that's Mastering IELTS, a theme-based approach, which is available on IELTS LMS now. What I'm going to talk about in the next video, you may have noticed down here is an upgrade button. So for trainers and teachers, If you want to really personalize your own classes and deliver it your own brand, you can do that as well. So I'm going to talk about that in a later class. For now, I'm going to leave it there. This has been quite long already. So I hope that that makes sense. Please go into the course and have a look around, have a play around and see for yourself. And if you've got any questions, just drop us a line. That's all for me now. I hope you have fun teaching and learning if you're a student listening, and I'll see you next time.